What happens when you transfer violent offenders across the country away from their friends and families? They sure aren't going to be happy. What do you know about the 2007 riot at Newcastle Correctional Facility? Let's take a look. Newcastle Correctional Facility is located in east central Indiana, about an hour's drive from the state capital, Indianapolis. The prison was built in 2002 with a capacity of over 3,200 inmates, making it the second largest state prison. In 2005, the state of Indiana signed a contract with Geo Group to run the prison. As of 2021, Geo Group owns and manages 106 prisons and community correction centers worldwide. They have a total of 86,000 beds and 250,000 people on electronic monitoring. At the time of this incident, the facility was housing mostly medium security inmates. The state of Indiana had brought inmates from other states to fill the facility. Of course, the state was making money off these out-of-state offenders. 600 inmates were transferred from Arizona to the facility to join the already 1,000 inmates from Indiana. Tensions were already high because Arizona inmates did not want to be transferred. In protest, they declined to wear the prison-issued clothing as instructed. As they were being sent to the mess hall, the Arizona inmates started climbing interior fences. Indiana inmates began to break out of their housing units. They encountered a correctional captain and pushed him to the ground, injuring him. They also injured a grievance counselor. That's when all hell would break loose. The offenders began to set fires across the prison yard and outside of the dorms. Smoke from the fires could be seen for miles around the facility. Prison staff backed out of the facility to regroup. Local law enforcement and prison emergency teams were formed outside of the facility. After 2 hours, the prison staff was able to get the facility under control using tear gas. 7 inmates were hurt while prison staff was getting it under control. They suffered the ill effects of tear gas and had minor cuts. When the facility was under control, the analysis of the situation came. A spokeswoman for the Arizona Department of Correction reported that they're obviously resentful because they had to leave the state. She added that the inmates were carefully picked and had no predisposition to violence. A report issued by the Indiana DOC acknowledged that they likely moved the inmates from Arizona too quickly. They also had inexperienced staff with too much idle time for inmates. That night, following the incident, 69 Arizona inmates were transferred to another facility, the Reception Diagnostic Center, and placed on lockdown. A family member of one of the Arizona inmates reported to the news that the offenders thought that they were being punished for having good behavior in Arizona before being transferred to Indiana. Governor Mitch Daniels defended the contract with Arizona, saying, "This is not particularly new, lots of states do it." Approximately 6 months following the incident, the Henry County prosecutor, who is now a judge, brought formal charges against 28 inmates, all but one from Arizona. Charges included rioting, battery on prison staff, criminal mischief, and intimidation. One of the suspected leaders of the riot, Timothy Boyle, who reportedly has a tattoo of a hanging police officer on his neck, said, "I will not receive a fair trial in this county." In the end, it does not appear Arizona inmates received their demands. Many remained in Indiana. Although brief, this riot made national headlines and exposed some dangers of moving inmates across the country away from their friends and families. We've seen many riots since this incident and will likely see many more. If you enjoy this content, like and subscribe. Also, click the playlist here for more videos of prisons across America. See you next time.